Hello, I am Mystic Orange and this is video hashtag 451. So in this video I will be talking about ITV and its sister channels. I'm starting a new playlist where I cover ITV shows. But before we get into the video, make sure to like, share and subscribe. And on my Patreon, I'm currently doing a rewrite for Winx Club, so if you're curious, head on over. So what is ITV? ITV is one of the main broadcasting programs in the UK. We have other broadcasting programs in the UK as well, such as BBC, Channel 4 and Channel 5. We do have other broadcasting programs in the UK, such as Dave, but I think those you have to pay to have them. So the channels like BBC, ITV, Channel 4 and Channel 5 are free to watch. I do have my own personal opinions towards ITV. Back in the day, I would consider ITV as my second best broadcasting program, after BBC of course. But nowadays I've realized ITV has been making really incompetent decisions. To quote a Reddit post, ITV is a national embarrassment to television. For one thing, they always repeat the same crappy television shows over and over again. They rarely have anything new for us to watch. And they always have the same presenters and celebrities. First of all, the presenters are always boring. They always have like Philip Schofield or some other person. And those celebrities shouldn't even be called celebrities because no one even knows who they are unless if you're living in the UK. I just feel like ITV panders towards the lowest common denominator. Then we have ITVX, the streaming service of ITV. I feel like I will have to talk about ITVX in its own section because it has its own terrible things. So in this video I will be talking about the 7 main products of ITV. The first main product of ITV is ITV1. Honestly, most of us refer to ITV1 as ITV. We usually use the term interchangeably. So ITV1 is the main channel of ITV, so it usually has the most main adult content and most shows. Most things on ITV1 are terrible, but there are a few good ones. First of all, we have morning shows in the morning, obviously, but I can tell you that I bet no one cares about them. Like, I personally do not care anything about the morning shows. Like, you couldn't get me up to watch these things. They're always boring and terrible. I think one of the worst shows on ITV in the morning would be Loose Women. It's just middle-aged women who are complaining about things that aren't even worth complaining about. Also on ITV1, we have 2 main soap operas. The first one is Emmerdale, the second one is Coronation Street. Just so you want to know, we do have other soap operas in other broadcasting programs. In the BBC we have EastEnders, and on Channel 4 we have Hollyoaks. I personally do not care about soap operas in general. I find them really boring and I really don't care about the nonsense drama. But I will say Coronation Street is considered the most popular of the soap operas in the UK. But I couldn't say that for Emmerdale though. Also, ITV1 is known for the famous reality TV shows. The 3 main reality TV shows I can think of from ITV1 are X Factor, Britain's Got Talent and Love Island. I would say X Factor is one of the most successful of the reality TV shows. I'm pretty sure most people in the world are aware of what X Factor is. I bet you don't have to be British to know what X Factor is. Although I do not care much about X Factor, I do respect it. It's a reason why some celebrities or singers exist today. But X Factor does receive its criticism of being racist towards some marginalized groups. We have had contestants like Alexander Berg who have come out and told what she felt about X Factor. I do recommend checking her video out herself. I think she explains it much more better. Then we got Britain's Got Talent. It's like any other Got Talent shows, like Americans Got Talent, Canada Got Talent. It's never interesting to me. And Love Island is the worst of the reality TV shows. It's just full of himbos and bimbos. And I feel like it doesn't respect towards the LGBTQs. And I do feel like Love Island is discriminatory towards disabled members. This is probably why I really don't care about these reality TV shows. They do not respect like minor groups. However, ITV1 also has other shows like game shows, which is probably my favorite part of ITV. They will have Tipping Point, The Chase, The Catch Phrase. My only issue with these game shows is that it's so repetitive. It's the same things. We do get other new shows like Lingo, but I think we could do with more game shows. So if I had to say one thing that ITV1 does right are the game shows. I have enjoyed watching those. It just needs new game shows. ITV1 will also have repetitive movies and shows that I probably can't think of right now because I have no idea what they are. So yeah. The second channel of ITV is ITV2. On ITV2, they will usually put American TV shows, usually adult animated TV shows or sitcoms. You'd get adult animated TV shows such as Family Guy, American Dad, and Bob's Burgers. I don't have good opinions on Family Guy or American Dad, but I will still watch them. I will say that Bob's Burgers is probably my favorite of the adult animated TV shows. I would say it's probably better than The Simpsons. While I think other adult shows are getting worse as they age, Bob's Burgers is getting better as it ages. As for the sitcom, they will have shows like The Superstars or The Office, which are really good. However, I would appreciate if ITV2 had other shows as well, not just those. Right now, I think ITV2 has shows from CITV, like Scooby Doo. I'm not sure why. But I will say that I think ITV2 is better than the other ITV products. The third channel of ITV is ITV3. Mainly on ITV3, you'll have old classic films and dramas. I suspect that this channel's aimed at boomers, but I can bet you that most people don't even watch ITV3 that much. Not only do I think the films are rather boring, they're also the same films over and over again. I would say ITV3 is one of the unappealing channels. The fourth channel from ITV is ITV4. And ITV4 is basically just sports channels, and I really don't care about sports channels. So I would consider ITV4 as my least favorite of the ITV channels. I would rather watch This Morning over any sports shows. The fifth channel from ITV is ITVB. Usually it will have some reality shows that I couldn't give my ass about. Things like Real Housewife from Cheshire or The Only Way to Essex. Like, I couldn't give my rat's ass about those. But I will say I kind of like Dinner Date. It's probably the only show that I like from ITVB. Basically, in ITVB, it's just two couples having a date. They will sometimes make really nice food, which is probably why I like it. But I don't think that's the worst part about ITVB, though. I think the worst part about ITVB is this dumb decision to have Little B. So you don't know if ITVB is basically one of the adult shows. It's like ITV2 and, it's on those programs. So why the hell do we have Little B? Little B is like a morning slot where you'll watch like morning cartoons from kids channels. I don't know why they have this. It's so stupid. Don't get me wrong, I do like the shows that are available on Little B, but why on this channel? In the UK, most of our kids shows belong in like 600 to 699. Like that's where our kids shows usually be, including CITV, CBBC. Why isn't Little B not slotted in those? And what kids show will be watching ITVB? Like no one. So I think that's one of the most dumb decisions like ITV ever did. Like why is Little B even included in ITVB? It's just so stupid. It's just showing again how stupid and idiotic ITVB is to TV channels everywhere. The fact that we even have Little B on ITVB just represents ITV's incompetency. The sixth channel that I wish to talk about is CITV, the real reason you're in this video right now. Well, CITV is one of the kids channels in UK, kind of like CBBC or CBBS. We do have other kids channels in the UK as well, things like Pop TV, Tiny Pop, Pop Girl, Kicks, as well as other American kids channels like Cartoon Network, Boomerang, Nick Jr., Nicktoons, Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, and Disney Junior. Some of these channels are still around, some of them have fell off the earth. It's such a shame that some of these kids channels are disappearing from our eyes. And sadly CITV is one of them. CITV closed on 23rd of August of 2023. It's a real shame that CITV no longer exists because it's one of the sources of where children could watch. I do understand why. It's because of streaming services and like cable is dying and people are relying on internet more. But that's only scratching the surface. Most people are, not all. There are still few people who have access to internet. Not only do I think it's stupid that they closed CITV, on ITVX, it's not even shown on ITVX. Seriously, it's another incompetent decision that it's not even included in ITVX because even in shows like CBBC, that which is also closing down, and Tiny Pop, which is also closing down, they will still show it on the apps or websites. So it's pretty stupid that they just erase CITV forever. I'm trying to browse through kids channels on ITVX is really terrible. They're not like listing of channels. You just have to select and it's pretty random. Honestly, if it was for me, I just wouldn't able to use ITVX properly. Now we're on to talking about the last product of ITV, which is ITVX. ITVX is basically a streaming service for ITV, kind of like BBC iPlayer, Alpha, or My5, which are also streaming services. But I do have a lot of gripes with ITVX. While I can say that content on ITVX is good, things like Scooby Doo and other shows, um, the ITVX is a very terrible product because it constantly has bugs and buffers. It's just not a practical product at all. Other streaming services can handle this. Why can't ITVX? This is really another incompetent decision for ITV. Maybe they just don't care. So that's it for today. I think I've talked enough about ITV and its products. I hope I got the gist of it. Moving forward, I will be talking about cartoons and shows that existed on CITV and other kid networks in ITV. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative to you. If you like this video, make sure to like, share and subscribe. And have a lovely day.